Slanic Moldova. Foaie verde lămâiță. Șai de mândruță, șai de mândru. This place was visited by yours truly twice. First of all, I was sent there in what year was it? 1912, 1911. I was sent there by the tourist office to take care of some Jewish people who were treating themselves in this spa. I mentioned before that with my lack of connections, low status in the communist animal farm, I was one of the lowest animals, and then the animals were not really equal, as George Orwell said. So I had some assignments which were really boring, a waste of time on so many levels, but it was now that I'm starting to read a detective novel. What's the name of it? Rat Snake? Rat? I don't even have a name. It's true, I'm only going through the first few pages. Michael Dibdin. Rat Pack is that thing with the group with Frank Sinatra. I'm tempted to say Rat Pack, but it's Rat. Anyway, something with rat. Termina. There were some similarities in the first few pages with what's going on in Italy some 40-50 years ago with what's going on now some ways, and then when I was there in Slanic Moldova, so they had dolce far niente. They had places, there were places where there wasn't much going on, but then there was some mineral waters, some hot springs which supposedly, allegedly improve the health of those who come there, and all the visitors would come from Israel and some other places, and this is where they would send me in order to try and get some housework. That's what's happening in this novel. The main character, apparently, I'm not sure, but it looks like it, as I said, the first few pages, is on to do housework until they need someone in Perugia, I think it was, and then from doing backstage office work, more or less, he's assigned an investigative job again. So it was the case here in some ways. Go there and do nothing and bore yourself to death, and then we'll give you something which is more interesting. Circuite, taking English people, maybe Americans, to travel through Romania, and that was more lucrative and more challenging and more interesting. In resorts, you would pay the bills for the tourist office, you would be there if something happened, if an old man or a old woman needed you to come and offer the shoulder and carry and lift it across the I'm exaggerating, that wasn't the case, but you didn't make anything. Well, you were offered chewing gum once in a blue moon, so that was the image that they would offer you chewing gum. So there were people with few means, and even fewer intentions to be generous and offer you something. So that was it. In fact, in one place was such a strain in a way, and that's Felix, near the border with Hungary. This is where I could see on the television. Măi, dă-te jos de acolo. Jesus Christ Superstar. I liked it so much. It was almost an epiphany. I mean, I didn't get the message, the religious message, but I liked the music. What's the buzz? What's that? And I would go on and sing the lyrics of these songs for forever since. So in Phoenix, there were some young people, but few, I guess. The few girls that were there had boyfriends, were engaged, were not interested in yours truly. So I had to have my first experience with what we call today a sex worker, a hooker. It would have been a pute back then. So I offered some 2 packs of cigarettes, and I don't know what it was. It was like a currency, and somehow I managed to get these packs of cigarettes because I did something, I don't know, some extra work, extra judicial punishment. No, the latter is just a stupid joke. No punishment there. But so she was okay, and we had sex like that. I mean, for cigarettes and I don't know, maybe something else, maybe some money in the process. Belly. But that was it. So coming back to Slanic Moldova, first time it was with this group of Jewish people I took care of. But then there were also some English, and at some point I took part in one of the trips with them somehow. I'm not sure what details of that were, but that's how this comes to mind. And then there was Sherika also. She was present there for some time. But what was more interesting was a camp which took place, in which I was either not long before or not long after this. That's something like... Păi dă-te jos că ți strice la acolo. Băi, pucică! So as I said, it's not clear, but some things happened in that camp, tabor. So it was part of a few prizes, if you will, I received. So studying well, getting good results in the first year in university, I was allowed to take one that was predal. I mentioned a little of it. When I was so mean, I took Sherika, a girlfriend, to the railway station, but then I would cheat with girls that were waiting across the street from the railway station. So we went to the railway station, put her and the brother, if I'm not mistaken, on the train, and me and Addie went across the street where girls were waiting because we had arranged with them. We met them. We had met them while Sherika was still in town, and somehow behind her back we arranged this vicious cheating. So there was a camp in Pradal, and then there was this camp in Slanic Moldova. And at the Black Sea in Costinești, something again I mentioned, that was we used Adrian's ticket, I guess. Anyway, so Slanic Moldova will have another episode tomorrow because this one is finished.